In the high-stakes world of the music industry, success and controversy often walk hand in hand. November 2023. Atlanta rapper Young Thug emerges from a high-profile RICO case, seemingly putting his legal troubles behind him. But beneath the surface, a $16 million decision was about to erupt into one of music's most complex legal battles. At its core lies a fundamental question: who truly owns an artist's work? When Young Thug sold his musical catalogue, he initiated a chain of events that would pit one of hip-hop's most innovative voices against entertainment giant AEG in an unprecedented legal confrontation. The catalyst? A $5 million loan, over 400 musical compositions, and a controversial sale that would challenge the very foundations of artist-corporate relationships in the music industry. This isn't merely a story about financial disputes. It's a narrative that could reshape how artists leverage their creative assets for generations to come. As the music industry watches closely, one thing becomes clear. This case transcends individual players, striking at the heart of artistic control and corporate power in modern entertainment. The partnership. 2017 marked a pivotal moment in the relationship between artistry and corporate power. Young Thug's label, Young Stoner Life, YSL, stood at a crossroads of opportunity. The deal on the table, a $5.25 million loan from entertainment giant AEG that promised to elevate both parties to new heights in the live music space. The terms seemed straightforward. AEG would provide the capital, gaining exclusive global rights to promote Young Thug's performances. In return, they'd become stewards of something far more valuable: over 400 musical compositions, carefully catalogued and offered as collateral. It was a deal that reflected the modern music industry's complex web of rights, revenues, and relationships. But what made this partnership particularly noteworthy wasn't just its scale. Built into the agreement was a revenue-sharing mechanism that required both YSL and Young Thug to split profits from any shows involving third-party promoters. This wasn't just a loan, it was a blueprint for long-term collaboration between one of hip-hop's most dynamic voices and one of entertainment's most powerful entities. The deal represented more than just financial opportunity. For Young Thug, it meant access to AEG's vast network and resources, potentially transforming his touring presence on a global scale. For AEG, it was an investment in an artist whose innovative approach to hip-hop was reshaping the genre. Neither party could have predicted how this carefully crafted partnership would unravel, setting the stage for one of the industry's most contentious legal battles. The ink was barely dry on the contract when the first signs of trouble began to emerge. When things went wrong by 2019, the promising partnership between Young Thug and AEG had begun to crumble. What started as an ambitious collaboration was now showing serious cracks in its foundation. The first major blow: a defaulted loan payment that left nearly $5 million unpaid. But the financial breach was just the beginning. While AEG held exclusive rights to promote Young Thug's performances, something unexpected was happening behind the scenes. Reports emerged that the Atlanta rapper was independently booking shows, allegedly pocketing hundreds of thousands in performance fees that, according to the agreement, should have been shared. The situation created a complex web of accusations. AEG claimed that not only had YSL and Young Thug failed to honor their financial obligations, but they had potentially misrepresented their ability to fulfill these commitments from the very start. It was a serious allegation that would later fuel broader legal arguments about transparency and good faith in industry partnerships. Industry insiders watched as a deal that once exemplified the potential for artist-corporate collaboration transformed into a cautionary tale. The revenue-sharing mechanism, designed to benefit both parties, had become a point of contention. Shows were being performed, money was changing hands, but the carefully structured system of profit distribution had effectively collapsed. But the real storm was yet to come. As tensions escalated over the unpaid loan and disputed performance revenues, Young Thug was about to make a decision that would transform this financial dispute into something far more complex. A decision involving $16 million and hundreds of copyrighted works. The controversial sale. 2021 marked a pivotal turning point in this already strained relationship. Despite the outstanding $5 million loan, Young Thug made a bold move that would shock the industry, selling his catalogue for an impressive $16 million. The deal encompassed over 400 musical compositions, the very same works that had been pledged as collateral to AEG years earlier. The $16 million valuation reflected Young Thug's significant impact on modern hip-hop. His innovative vocal style and genre-bending approach had influenced a generation of artists, making his catalogue particularly valuable in an era where music publishing rights were becoming hot commodities. Major companies were spending billions acquiring artist catalogues, and Young Thug's deal came at the peak of this gold rush. This wasn't a simple transaction. Young Thug signed a global publishing agreement with Cobalt Music, while his earlier works remained under a previous deal with Reservoir from 2018. The complexity of these overlapping agreements would soon become crucial to the legal battle ahead. For Young Thug, the sale represented a significant financial windfall. For AEG, it was nothing short of a breach of trust. The entertainment giant claimed Young Thug had not only violated their agreement, but had potentially misled new buyers by presenting these works as free from any legal obligations. The industry watched as this high-stakes game unfolded. What started as a catalogue sale had evolved into a test case for artist autonomy versus corporate rights in the modern music business. Legal battleground. AEG's response was swift and comprehensive. They launched an aggressive legal campaign targeting not just the unpaid loan, but every dollar connected to the catalogue sale. Their mission was clear: recover both their original investment and any profits generated from what they considered their collateral. But just as the legal machinery began to move, an unexpected development threw everything into chaos. In May 2022, Young Thug was arrested in Georgia on unrelated RICO charges. The timing couldn't have been more complicated, forcing AEG's financial dispute to take a back seat to criminal proceedings. Yet the pause in legal proceedings didn't mean AEG was sitting idle. Behind the scenes, their legal team was methodically building their case. Subpoenas were being served. Public records were being examined. The goal? To create a comprehensive map of where every dollar from that $16 million sale had landed. AEG's legal strategy was multifaceted. Beyond tracking the money trail, they were building a case around complex copyright law violations. Their team was investigating everyone involved in the catalogue sale, from lawyers and business managers to the publishing companies themselves. The discovery process had uncovered a web of transactions that raised serious questions about who knew what and when. For the music industry, this level of scrutiny into a catalogue sale was unprecedented. By late 2023, with Young Thug's criminal case resolved through a plea deal, the stage was set for this financial dispute to take center stage. AEG had given themselves a 6-month window to make crucial decisions about expanding their legal claims to include additional parties involved in the catalogue sale. Current stakes and future implications. As this legal battle unfolds in 2024, its implications stretch far beyond Young Thug and AEG. The case forces the music industry to confront fundamental questions about the nature of musical assets as collateral. When artists use their catalogues to secure loans, where does creative ownership end and corporate control begin? For future artists, the ramifications could be transformative. If AEG prevails, lenders might demand stricter controls over catalogues used as collateral. A Young Thug victory, however, could embolden artists to take more aggressive positions in managing their intellectual property. Either outcome could fundamentally alter how emerging artists fund their careers. The story of Young Thug's $16 million catalogue sale represents a crucial moment in the evolution of the music business. From a promising $5.25 million loan to a contested catalogue sale, each turn in this story reveals something crucial about power dynamics in today's industry. Industry veterans point to similar cases that reshaped music business practices. The outcome of this case could affect everything from how labels structure their deals to how banks value music catalogues as collateral. Some experts predict it might even lead to new industry standards for catalogue sales, requiring more thorough due diligence and transparency about existing obligations. As Young Thug and AEG continue their legal dance, one thing becomes certain. This case will influence how future artists approach their catalogue deals, how companies structure their loans, and ultimately, how the delicate balance between creative freedom and corporate investment evolves in the years to come.